Okay, in the last lecture we have started. In the last lecture we have started trickling filter. Am I right? And I think the initial part of the trickling filter we have finished. Some dictation part was remained. I think so. So I will take once again review within 2-3 minutes and we'll complete the dictation part and then we'll go for the next point. Okay. So this is the sixth film or biological treatment process, or we can say it is a trickling filter flow chart. So a complete flow chart I would like to show you in this figure. Flow sheet of the trickling filter system. Here you can see a raw sewage is being applied. This is a screening process. This is a grit chamber to remove the grit. This is a primary clarifier. Usually for the trickling filter, primary clarifier is required. So in detail, we are going to study for what type of trickling filter primary clarifier is required and for what type of trickling filter it is not required. That we will see in the next part. Okay. So timing you can go through this flow sheet, complete flow sheet. Complete flow sheet in the sense of total sewage treatment plant when there is a trickling filter. Earlier we saw when there is a activated sludge process. Okay. So trickling filter. So you can show the notation of trickling filter like this. Then final settling, or we can say secondary settling or secondary clarifier we can say. Then treated effluent will go outside and the sewage we will send to the, oh, there is a mistake in figure. This is a mistake in figure. What should be here? Actually, a recirculation of treated effluent, not the sludge. Because sludge, entire sludge, we should remove entire sludge. Okay. It should be like this. We should remove the entire sludge and sewage has to be recirculated towards the before the primary clarifier sometimes or before the trickling filter. And here also name should be the treated effluent, not like this. Okay. So just for the judgment, I have shown this figure, but there was a mistake I have not seen. Sorry for that. Okay. Now we have discussed about the next part, that how the trickling filter is going to be work. Okay. So we were discussing about the circular type of trickling filter. Usually we prefer to go for the circular type of trickling filter because the application of sewage becomes easy in a circular trickling filter, whereas in a rectangular trickling filter, it becomes little bit difficult. We should go for in a forward direction, then backward direction. This way we have to go for. Here we can go for the circular motion and we can give particular RPM to this, and then it will be keep on rotating with that particular RPM. And uniform spreading of sewage at the surface of the filter media will be performed if it is designed circular in shape. So that's why we prefer to go for the circular type of trickling filter. Okay, so this entire part we have discussed. This is a filter media. At the top there is a spreading of sewage, and the sewage will percolate through by the gravity, and it will be collected from the underrunnage system. And this while during passing, during percolation, how the biofilm is going to be formed on the surface of the filter media, that also we have discussed. And the formation of biofilm is known as cum deck. Okay, while in dictation part I will give you with the spelling. And when that biofilm detached from this particular filter media, it is known as the slogging. Okay, these are the two important process in the filtration. What is the first process? Is the scum duct formation. Scum duct formation is a sticky, slimy, brownish color, greenish color layer will form around the surface of this individual filter media, where there is a growth of microorganisms, and that microorganisms will keep on degrading the organic impurities from the incoming sewage, and this process will continue till a particular thickness, because after certain times it will create the anaerobic environment near to the filter surface of the filter media, and because of that anaerobic environment, this aerobic microorganisms cannot survive, and hence these microorganisms start dying, and as they start dying, they will detach, or they will not be able to hold the particular filter media, and automatically it will start sloping down, and that process is known as the slogging process that we have discussed. Okay, and in the under drainage system, not only the filtered water, the separated water from the organic impurities and flux of the organic impurities and biomass will be collected into the under drainage system. Are you getting? Are you getting? What will be there in a filtered water? Not only the filtered water, along with the filtered water, a biomass and organic impurities, degraded organic impurities in the form of flock. फ्लॉक म्हणजे गाठी तयार झालेल्या असतात त्याच्या, बरोबर, छोट्या छोट्या गाठी तयार झालेल्या असतात. So that will become easy to separate it out in a secondary clarifier by sedimentation process. Okay, so that's why we have to go for this process. We have discussed this part. Now the next important part we have to study, and that is nothing but, I will remove that video. Types of filters. There are basically two types of filters, two types of trickling filters. One is the high rate trickling filter, and another is the low rate trickling filter. It is based on the organic and hydraulic loading applied to the unit. Okay, what is meant by organic loading and what is meant by hydraulic loading? Okay, you can see here, hydraulic loading is the rate or in which the total flow, including recirculation, is applied on unit area of this filter in a day. Okay, I will show you with this figure here. Amount of water applied to the surface in a day. Amount of wastewater applied to the per unit area in a day. That is nothing but the hydraulic loading rate. Then what is the organic loading rate? Organic loading is rate is including the cylinder. I will explain first, and then we'll explain about that recirculate. Applied per unit volume in a day. Now, organic loading, you might have understood the difference between the hydraulic loading rate and organic loading rate. Hydraulic loading rate, particular area in a day of that particular trickling filter is the hydraulic loading rate. And what is meant by organic loading rate? Organic loading rate is a rate which is applied to the wastewater, applied to this particular trickling filter in the form of BOD. And in that BOD, we should exclude this recirculant BOD. Okay, there are, though we are treating a water, we have discussed in the activated sludge process also. Is it? In an activated sludge process, what we discussed, we saw 50%, 35% to 30% in a primary clarifier, BOD is getting removed. Then in a secondary, in a aeration tank or in that activated sludge process, remaining amount almost 50% is going to, and maybe 50% or 20% BOD be allowed to remain in a effluent. Will be allowed to remain in a effluent. It is not possible to remove 100%. And if it is not possible, but it will consume lot of energy and time for the preparation of that water up to that level. And it is not required, because as such, after the treatment of sewage, we are not going to use that water as a raw water for the drinking purpose. Definitely, we are not going to use it. So instead of that, what we are going to do, we are allowing that sewage treated effluent to flow in a nearby water body, or to destroy dispose it on the land, okay, where it is getting naturally treated. So whatever amount of BOD remained in this will get naturally treated, and this remained value will not, means 30 milligram per liter should not be, BOD should not be more than 30 milligram per liter in a treated effluent. Then it will not be harmful to the aquatic plants and aquatic animals present into that particular water body in which you are going to dispose the sewage. Getting? So this way, recirculant, when you are recirculating this water, treated effluent, at that time, in that recirculated sewage, there may be also BOD, but we should not consider that recirculated BOD in a organic loading calculation. Okay, that I want to tell you. That's why I have explained this much term. Okay, I hope you understood. Okay. There are two types of the filters, trickling filters, basically low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter. Low rate trickling filter is also known as the conventional type of trickling filter, and high rate trickling filter is a modern type of trickling filter. So in only actually detailed difference we are going to see in the next chart. So I will just read and will leave it. Hydraulic loading in the form of hydraulic loading in meter cube per meter square per day. A low rate should be 1 to 4 and high rate should be 10 to 40. Means you can see the comparison between these two, how efficiently high rate trickling filter will work. Then organic loading rate, it will be 0.08 to 0.32, and for high rate it will be in the range of 0.32 to 1, and dexter will be in the range of 1.8 to 3. Dexter, what is the dexter? Dexter filter or filter media, you can say. It is 1.3 to 3, and for high rate it will be 9.9 to 2.5. And a very important difference between these two, you should note down that the recirculation ratio. Recirculation, we saw what is meant by the recirculation here. A recirculation of sewage you are going to do in a trickling filter, and that recirculation ratio, what should be there is no requirement in a low rate trickling filter, and in a high rate trickling filter it should be in the range of 0.5 to 3 up to 8 for the strong industrial wastewater. Okay, it will depend upon the quality of sewage applying to the particular treatment plant. Okay, so this was the basic fundamental difference between the trickling filter. So you might have understood the difference between hydraulic loading rate and organic loading rate. Hydraulic loading rate is nothing but the application of sewage, and organic loading rate is nothing but the application of BOD. Okay, and what is the recirculation? Recirculation is generally not adopted in a low rate trickling filter. Okay, I think before we go to the next in detail, whatever the yesterday's part remained, that I will dictate you first. Okay, So please just wait for a few seconds. Okay, let me know how much part we have finished. I think the phenomena of scoring of the slum layer is called the slogging that we have this completed. Na? Someone please answer. Let me know what we have finished in the last lecture. Or you are not noting down? That's why you are not able to answer. Primary trickling filter theory. That is what trickling filter theory we were writing. But how much part we have completed? Let me know. Someone can talk, please.
Last sentence is usually the color of this film is greenish, yellowish, or blackish, depending upon.
Okay, the color of this film is blackish, yellowish, and greenish. Okay, thank you. The trickling filter, continue, please. The trickling filter is always used after primary sedimentation tank. Full stop. The top layer of filter media, is found as aerobic and middle layer of filter media is found as anaerobic. Full stop. The formation of biofilm in bracket, slimy sticky layer of biomass, is called the formation of biofilm on the surface of filter media. Biofilm in bracket, slimy sticky layer of biomass is called scum deck formation. SCH. Scum deck formation. Spelling write down. SCH. MUTECH. Scum deck formation. And the phenomena of losing the slime layer is known as slogging. SLOUGHING. Slogging. Okay, understood? Okay, this much we have finished in the last lecture. So today we have started the classification of trickling filter. Write down classification of trickling filter. Write down on the basis of, don't write from the slide. I will tell you only that part you write down. On the basis of hydraulic and organic loading rates. On the basis of hydraulic and organic loading rates.
काय चालू नंतर म्हणतात ती पुसत असते कसलं तेलकट
झालं? Okay. On the basis of hydraulic and organic loading rates, filters are usually divided into two types. That is low rate trickling filter, and second one is the high rate trickling filter. Basically, there are still some different types of filters are there. That is low rate trickling filter, intermediate rate trickling filter, high rate trickling filter, super high rate trickling filter, roughing filter, bio towers are there. But there are the minor changes in this, and these are the modifications as per the time. So we will focus towards the low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter. So what is the low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter? Instead of explaining orally, I will explain with the help of difference between these two. Okay. So here I have given to you the difference between low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter. Usually low rate trickling filter is a simple type of filter, and high rate trickling filter is having some advanced modifications which will help to reduce the time required for the filtration and will without compromising the efficiency. Okay. Now the first step, you can start noting down this chart along with me. While dictation itself, I will explain the difference between low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter. Okay. So the first one. So before that, you please write down about the hydraulic loading rate and organic loading rate. What is meant by hydraulic loading rate and what is meant by organic loading rate? Please note down from this slide. I'll donut bottle and later. I think you have finished. Shall we move to the next point? Okay. So write down the difference between the low rate trickling filter and high rate trickling filter. The first difference is the depth of filter media. Depth of filter media in the sense, this is, we'll go back a little. Here you can see, this is a filter media depth. You can see here, this is a filter media depth. Below that there is a under drainage system, and above that there is a spreading system for the wastewater. So only this area you are going to consider. Okay. Depth of filter media. So in the low rate trickling filter, it is, a second, there is an issue little. Okay, in the low rate trickling filter, the depth of filter media is 1.8 to 2.4 meters, and in a high rate trickling filter, it is required less than the low rate trickling filter. It will be in the range of 1.2 to 1.8 meters. Is it? High rate trickling filter efficiency is more, so we need not go to invest more for the depth, increasing the filter media depth. So that will be in the range of 1.2 to 1.8 meters. Then the hydraulic loading. You should remember that hydraulic loading can be measured in the form of meter cube per day per meter square, and organic loading rate can be measured in the form of kg per day per meter cube or gram per day per meter cube. Okay, because the amount of liquid, hydraulic loading rate, I am talking about hydraulic loading rate, amount of sewage applied to the per unit volume or per unit area of filter in a day. So that's why the unit will be meter cube per day per meter square. Whereas for organic loading, amount of BOD applied, BOD usually measured in a kg, gram or milligram, amount of BOD applied to the unit volume of that filter in a day. Okay, I will check some message. Okay, it was completion message. So that's why the unit for organic loading rate is a gram per day per meter cube. Okay, now hydraulic loading rate for the sewage, for the low rate trickling filter is a 1 to 4 meter cube per day per meter square. Whereas for the high rate trickling filter, it will be in the range of 10 to 30 meter cube per day per meter square, including the recirculation quantity. Here we are considering the recirculation quantity. So why we have not considered a recirculation quantity in a low rate trickling filter, that I am going to explain you further in one of the points. Usually we don't provide the recirculation for the low rate trickling filter. So there will not be the issue of recirculation quantity consideration. But in a high rate trickling filter, we consider the recirculation factor. So that's why including recirculation, we can go for 10 to 30 meter cube per day per meter square as a hydraulic loading rate. Getting? So how much high than the low rate trickling filter? The name itself is telling you the rate of filtration will be low, and in a low rate trickling filter, whereas rate of filtration will be more in a high rate trickling filter. Okay. Then the next point is the organic loading as a 5-day BOD. In a gram per day per meter cube, it will be in the range of 80 to 320 for the low rate trickling filter, and for the high rate trickling filter, it will be very high. It will be in the range of 500 to 1000, excluding the recirculation. Okay, that point I have cleared in an earlier slide. Is it? Why should the excluding recirculation? While considering quantity of sewage or the hydraulic loading rate, we consider the recirculation because that quantity is notable quantity. But while considering organic loading, the BOD quantity in effluent is very negligible quantity. So that's why we don't consider or we don't pay attention towards the BOD organic loading rate about the recirculation issue. Okay. Then the fourth one is the recirculation system. Okay. In a recirculation system, usually it is not provided, but can be provided if the hydraulic load does not exceed the limit. If it is not exceeding the limit, in that case,